It's hard to choose a favorite memory, but I'd probably say studying and researching abroad. I was able to conduct research in 2 different countries, one in Belize and in Eswatini, formerly known as Swaziland, and that was just, both of those were amazing experiences. And I'm currently working to publish a manuscript of the research that we did in Eswatini with my research advisor, Dr. Robert McCleary, and coming into college, that's not something I ever imagined myself doing.
One professor in particular who's made my CALS experience incredible has been Dr. Oli. Getting to work with her in the microbiology and advanced virology labs has been an incredible experience. Just seeing her passion for her students and seeing how much she loves inspiring students to fall in love with the world of microbiology has been incredibly enriching, and it's a beautiful thing to see how much somebody cares for her students. And finally, being a TA, having the opportunity to be a teaching assistant for Dr. Oli for a few semesters has been one of the best memories, and it's something I think I'll never forget.
Favorite memory as a CALS student has been getting to travel all around the world with the different CALS programs. I've gotten to go to Morocco with the CALS Leadership Institute, and then as well as Belgium and Iceland for CALS ambassadors. I never got to really travel much growing up, so these have been really amazing opportunities to see different cultures and see how people live, as well as their agricultural and natural resources.
One of many of my favorite memories as a CALS student was the practical beekeeping course offered through the entomology department that I took a few summers ago. And on the very first day, they handed me unassembled equipment and a power tool and told me to put it together. And that was the trend for the rest of the class, very do-it-yourself and hands-on. It wasn't just a few days later they handed us a box of 300 bees and told us that those were ours for the rest of the semester. So that was one of my favorite experiences because not only was it hands-on, but it gave me a glimpse into a superorganism and eusocial insects as a whole, which I now claim to be hopefully what I want to do for the rest of my life and continue to study. But the professors, the fellow students really cultivated an environment of learning in the most kinesthetic and hands-on way I've ever experienced. And so classes like those are one of my favorite parts of being a student in CALS.
All the study abroad trips that we've done has easily been the most memorable experiences because you just get to go and actually immerse yourself in these cultures for a few weeks. We went to Morocco, Spain, Belgium, Iceland. All of those trips as a whole were awesome experiences that I got to be a part of through CALS.
I'd say it's really hard to pick one favorite memory, but a lot of my favorites tie into like our classes that had field sections. I'm taking Everglades management right now, and we took a one week field trip over spring break, and that was probably like one of the definite highlights of my undergraduate. Just going from the headwaters all the way down to Florida Bay was really awesome.
I would definitely say the friends that I've made in CALS. I didn't come from an agricultural background, but through CALS ambassadors and Sigma Alpha, I've really just made my best friends, and they're all in CALS too.
Yeah. My favorite memory as a CALS student must be just when I get to meet all the other students in my classes and through extracurriculars. It's been really great meeting such a diverse group of students coming from all different backgrounds, interested in all different kinds of things. And it has been really cool being able to meet them and have them share their interests with me.
Probably the first time I got to meet with a faculty mentor, and in my case that was Dr. Monroe. She was really invested in me from the moment we met, and I've continued to be amazed at how all the CALS faculty I've worked with since have really followed in that vein.
My favorite memory as a CALS student has been going to Morocco on my Cohort 9 CALS Leadership Institute study abroad trip. In Morocco, we went to the Sahara Desert and we took camels across the desert and we got to sleep out under the stars. And I remember waking up that morning covered in a little bit of sand after sleeping out underneath the stars and waking up that morning to go watch the sunrise. And I think that was just one of the most beautiful sunrises I've ever seen in my life. And experiencing that with a close cohort of other students from other majors was an experience that I'll never forget.
I would say my favorite memory is teaching at the entomology department. So it might sound funny because this is not a teaching award, but I really enjoyed interacting with students throughout the semester, as well as going on field trips with them, collecting insects together.
So when we first arrived in Gainesville, my department had a family-friendly tailgate, and that's been one of my favorite memories because tailgating here at UF looks quite a bit different than it does in Nebraska. And I was born and raised in Nebraska, so I think that'll be a memory that really sticks out to me is how welcoming everyone was and just the atmosphere around UF and the school spirit for the Gators.
There's been so many memories that I'm forever going to cherish. Honestly, this experience has really changed my life and it's been so beneficial. But I think the most significant ones, or the ones that are really going to stay with me, for sure have been the human connections I've been able to make with people. I mean, the classmates, you know, that I've been able to share the same experiences with and struggles with, like, those will be one of my favorite memories. I mean, from studying with my friends and the people I've been able to meet through being a CALS student, it's really been some of the most authentic and really special friendships that I hope to keep with me for a really long time. And even my advisors, my CALS advisor has been so helpful, and I'll never forget the first time I went in her office my freshman year, and I was so anxious and so nervous about, you know, being a freshman on campus, and she was so helpful and comforting, and so just the human connections I've been able to make with people.